Outbound lead generation is dying every single day, and if you don't do something about it now, your business will die with it. Here's why. All this time, these gurus have been teaching you how to do outbound lead generation, while the whole time they've been doing the exact opposite. They've been doing what you should have been doing this whole time, which is creating an inbound funnel through content. While they've been getting ahead, you've been stuck in the rat race with thousands of other businesses competing for the exact same clients. In this video, I'm going to be showing you the exact lead generation strategy responsible for generating millions of dollars for me and my partners. You see, lead generation has changed, and you can still get ahead of everybody else if you follow what I'm about to say. In this day and age, generating leads should not be your main priority. You should be closing clients on autopilot while building your digital real estate, or in other words, your social media pages. This is what I like to call high leverage positioning. Creating this inbound funnel will not only get you clients, but it'll also allow you to network with other millionaires and possibly billionaires. This should be important to you for this reason. Yes, your clients will generate you cash, but your inner circle will be the ones that are telling you the new trends before they actually happen. This information allows you to make smart investments while positioning yourself where the money is flowing. This is the path to real wealth. So without further ado, let's get into our foundation. Before identifying our messaging, we should understand our funnel. And it looks like this: identifying our messaging and offer, generating inbound leads, qualifying prospects, closing the deal, and scaling through high customer retention. Now that we have that out of the way, let's find our target audience by identifying our messaging and offer. So the reason we have to identify our messaging and offer is because we want to make sure we're targeting the right people when we grow our socials. Our messaging is the group of people we are creating content for, while our offer is the group of people we want to sell to. So think of the offer as a subset of our messaging, meaning that our offer group of people is inside of our messaging group of people. This might be simple to you, but it's important to understand this because in order to reduce the cost per customer you acquire, you must create content that is very engaging and for the right audience. There's literally no other way around it. So in order to find your messaging, follow this 3-step framework. Step 1, identify some sort of new opportunity. Step 2, identify your customer's desire. And step 3, find a new mechanism. And this works simply because it injects dopamine in your customer's brain. Here's an example. Eating healthy fast food is the key to losing weight, and it's attainable only through a diet based on Subway sandwiches. In this message, the new opportunity is healthy fast food, the customer's desire is losing weight, and the new mechanism is Subway sandwiches. So some homework for you to do is use this framework to identify your new opportunity, customer's desire, and new mechanism. So now that you have this, you can create an offer. Here's an example. We guarantee that if you don't lose at least 10 pounds with our healthy fast food in the next 90 days, you will get a full refund. Of course, it would be impossible for Subway to actually enforce this guarantee, but use this concept in your own offer. If you want to know more, read this book right here, The 16-Word Sales Letter. Now that we have our messaging and offer, let's move on to generating inbound leads. The way we generate our inbound leads is through content. So before I get into it, I want to mention that no, you do not have to use your face. In fact, there are plenty of platforms I use to get inbound leads that don't require you to use your face, such as Twitter and LinkedIn. So that's just something I wanted to clear up, but the whole idea here is to generate an influx of leads so you can pick your ideal clients. You see, we operate under a flywheel system. Here's what it looks like. We push organic marketing to get an influx of leads, and then we pick our ideal clients. Since we now have our ideal clients, we are able to provide the best customer experience possible. And finally, this leads us to having incredibly successful case studies, which we can use to post more content. It's literally foolproof, and it's an infinite wheel to get more clients. So now we can move on to our content strategy. There's one thing you need to know before growing on social media, and that's that it doesn't matter which social media platform you choose. The method to grow always remains the same. Let me explain. In order to grow, you need to capture people's attention. And it all starts with the writing. This means that you have to write effective copy that gets the attention of the people within your ideal customer profile. Or in other words, getting the right eyeballs on you. Think about it like this. Social media is a business. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they're all competing. Their number one goal is to keep you on the platform. So naturally, they're gonna push content that keeps users on their platform. It's really that simple. So you can start by picking one of the platforms that I mentioned. So let's do Twitter and focus on the writing portion. Instead of tweeting something like, cold email is not getting me leads anymore, here's what you should do, try this instead. I sent 10,000 cold emails and generated over $850,000. Here's what I learned. A thread. As you can probably tell, the second tweet is much more engaging. This is because you show people that they might be able to learn from this by establishing authority and experience in the lead generation space. And guess what? If you put a call to action at the end of that thread telling people to DM you, you'll get a ton of leads for your offer. Here's another example, but for short form content. For your scroll stopper, instead of saying cold email sucks for getting agency clients, try this instead. Getting clients with cold emails is a death sentence. So as you can probably tell, the second scroll stopper is much more engaging for a few reasons. First, you mentioned clients instead of agency, so you're already hitting a broader audience. Second, you create some intrigue on why the viewer might be doing something wrong that could hurt or destroy their business. I mean, I don't know about you, but I like owning a profitable business. A bonus tip is you should always leave a CTA in your post telling people to follow, comment, or DM you to work together. And at the end of this video, I'll go over my strategies for a bunch of other social media platforms, so stick around. All right, now let's get into qualifying prospects. If you were able to craft the right messaging for your target audience, as I explained earlier in this video, this part will be super simple for you. All you have to do is either push people into your DMs or link in bio after posting your content. So a trick for Instagram is post a story once a week or twice a week, telling people to DM you if they're interested in working together. This strategy actually works for any social platform. When people DM you, you should be asking qualification questions specific to your offer and ideal clients. Again, it's important to get our ideal clients because we don't want our customer experience to suffer. These questions are sometimes different for each offer. Here are some examples. How much monthly revenue is your business bringing in? How much cash are you ready to invest? And how soon are you ready to start? I suggest you ask the most important questions first, and everything else will be discovered on a sales call. And if you're getting too many leads, you can also auto qualify prospects through a video sales letter link in your bio. A VSL is simply a video that tells people what they are opting in for before booking a call with you. This helps qualifying prospects automatically instead of doing it in the DMs. I suggest you do this because it saves a lot of time, trust me. You should also make sure that you're leveraging the messaging you created earlier with the 3-step framework whenever creating your VSLs. Here's a general VSL structure. This video will go over what the offer is, the guarantee, and if the person watching is the right fit, tell them to book a call with you below. If you want a thorough example of how this looks like, click the Work With Me link at the top of the description in this video. In general, since you have attention on your social profiles, naturally people will either DM you or click that link in your bio, which will be the VSL. And this is exactly how you'll close new business that's not word of mouth. So moving on to closing the deal, usually sales calls are the most stressful part of the process, but in our case, it's a cakewalk for a few reasons. Reason number one is whoever we speak to on the phone already knows us, likes us, and wants to pay for our services. The only question now is price. Reason number two is because of us selling the service, we now approach the sales call as the client pitching us why he or she is qualified to work with us. We use a consultative selling sales methodology, which works almost every time. And also, something to keep in mind is you'll get two types of customers on these calls. Customer number one is someone who is looking to directly buy your service, and customer number two is someone who wants to learn from you. I personally do an extra 5 figures in revenue every month from people who want to learn my strategies and systems, but don't have enough to buy a done-for-you service. And the best part is, this is 100% additional profit in your business. Now that we have our first 4 pieces of the puzzle, the question is, how can we scale? So scaling is the fun part, and honestly, it's a lot simpler than it seems. The first thing you'll want to do is make sure you have a solid fulfillment team. In order to do this, you have to make sure you have a high quality service before scaling your inbound effort. The reason for this is because there's no point of doing 20K one month when 50% of your clients will leave on month 2. If you want to build a sustainable business, you have to reduce churn rate as much as possible, which means making your customers happy. Have the following key players: an executive assistant to help with project management, a creative director to help you with content and scripting, a high retention video editor if you don't already have one, and if you're getting too many leads, then you should hire an appointment setter as well as a sales rep to help with automating the sales process. That's literally it, that's all you need. Like I said earlier in this video, as a bonus, I'll be going over some of the social algorithms and strategies I use to grow my social media. The main type of content we push is short form on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and written content on Twitter and LinkedIn. So here's our short form content formula. Have a great hook plus script, use tonality and emphasis when speaking, and have high retention editing. These are the top 3 things you should focus on. Everything else is low priority. Here's the Twitter formula I use. Have great hooks, push 3 tweets a day, engage with other people on Twitter, push 2 valuable threads per week, and push 1 auto DM per week. And as a bonus for LinkedIn, all I do is post all of my tweets and short form content on there, which takes just a few minutes a day. And I encourage you to take a look at my Twitter at OnlyTappa and funnel hack it. And lastly, for YouTube, I write long form scripts based on which of my tweets gets the most engagement. So for YouTube, all you need is a great thumbnail, engaging title with keywords optimized for SEO, and high retention scripts and editing. Literally in that order. So that's all for today. If you want to build a personal brand and generate inbound leads for your agency, coaching, B2B, or SaaS business, then DM me Scale on Instagram or click the Work With Me link at the top of the description and book a call. We guarantee results. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to drop a like, comment any questions below, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.